Sports Professor Rick Horrow in the boardroom beyond the scoreboard. Jim Thome, an amazing athlete, even more after Hall of Fame. So thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
This is the Association of Luxury Suite Directors organization. It's really morphed into a sports marketing organization as well. Everybody who's anybody in the business now. Tell me, as somebody who helped define the business by providing the entertainment, what your perspective of the business of sports is today, how it's grown, where it's come from?
I think it's amazing. And I think in all sports, I think social media, I think front office, from just the whole dynamic of how the front office today, the marketing teams, your media relations teams are doing a fabulous job of promoting our sport and their organization. It's working in the front office with the White Sox. It's a pleasure and an honor for me to be in baseball after you retire, but then kind of learn all the little things, the fun things about the game, and promote our players. That's what it's about, is the players.
Yeah. And so, actually, on-field stuff first. You're a star growing up, but when did it hit you that you were going to be a successful big leaguer, and then when did it hit you again that you might have been Hall of Fame caliber?
Well, I think hard work through the minor leagues. I mean, as a baseball player, we're so superstitious. You never really think you ever got it figured out, because we go through such a roller coaster up and down ride. As far as the Hall of Fame, nobody ever envisions that. I think once you play your career and then you let the people that vote, you let the industry figure all that out, that's when it kind of hits you like, okay, maybe this is something that could happen. And when it did, it was an amazing feeling.
Did you did it hit you all at once? Did you kind of know after the call that it was gradually sloping to, man, I can't believe this? And then at Cooperstown, when you actually gave the speech, when did it finally hit you?
Well, when I got the call, that's when it really hit you. That's when, that's when you realize, oh my, your dream, this dream after you retire is finally, come true. And, and then the preparation for the Hall of Fame, your speech, you're making sure your family's there, setting up, the whole weekend, making sure that all goes smooth. And then when you get there, being in that great fraternity with those incredible players is just such a thrill and honor.
And the golf game at the Leatherstocking probably was part of the deal, right?
That Saturday afternoon is amazing.
That whole event. So when you look back at your career, your greatest adversity, your greatest challenge, and how do you overcome it?
I think my greatest adversity was my throwing. I had some throwing issues playing the infield. I played third base. Buddy Bell, who actually worked for us with the White Sox, who actually was a big part of hiring me to come aboard, but Buddy really helped me with my defense, and that to me it was hard. I was a very young player. I had not yet mastered all the little things that I needed to do to become an everyday player. And when Buddy helped me and I finally figured it out, then I got moved over to first base, which was a great move for me. And then obviously later in my career I got to be the DH. So the biggest adversity was probably my throwing issues as a young kid, and then overcoming that. It felt great to know you've put in all this hard work.
Is that batting stance self-taught?
It's taught by Charlie Manuel. Charlie Manuel was an instructor, hitting guy that we had in Cleveland, and Charlie is an amazing man. I owe him everything. He kind of, I was a young third baseman that kind of sprayed the ball around the field, and he transformed me, got me on the plate, moved me closer, opened my hips up, the point the bat stance, which relaxed me. All of it there's a meaning behind all of it, which is really a cool story. And then I think the player's got to go out and work and ultimately get it done on the field, but you will always have that guy, and for me, Charlie Manuel was that guy that helped transform that.
And obviously you had some talent getting into the game, but hard work perseverance, tenacity was a key to your success. How important were those traits now in the front office?
Absolutely. I think you got to keep that hard work. You got to, that tenacity, the same feeling, and apply it to anything you do in baseball, whether you're in the front office, whether you're in sales, whether you're in player development. We're all together. We're a team. And, to be able to now become a team with the other side of the game that I never knew is a thrill. I'm really enjoying it.
Broadly defined, is the business of baseball going in the right direction?
I think it is. I think it's all about the youth. I think our young players are exciting. I do hope they keep some of the older guys around, because I think teams need older veteran guys that can guide and help the manager and also be another leader on the field and take some of the pressures off the manager and the coaches. But I'll tell you what, our young players they're incredible. They've really done a tremendous job at how they go about their work. And I mean, the talent right now is off the charts.
Well, it's easy because they have you to look up to. I mean, that's the bottom line of it, right? So here's the final question of it. You don't have to agree. We all agree. We all agree they have him to look up to.
Thank you.
So the average Major League Baseball salary 50 years ago was $29,303. Okay, today it's over $4.5 million. Bottom line was, were you born about 10, 12, 15 years too early?
I would not say that. You know what? I was just blessed and so fortunate to be in a time that we had great leaders. We had guys before me that did the right thing and put, I think, baseball in a position to where it is now from a financial end. And I think you got to look back at all the great players, all the older players that sacrificed things through our union to get us where we're at. And we thank them so much. And that'll go on. In 20 years, they'll do the same for the guys today. And it's really important to keep that tradition of our union.
It is absolutely fun, and it's interesting to hear it because friends are in the same position who played some of it. Mike Schmidt, some of the same guys, asked the same question, same darn answer. And the history of the game and the legacy to carry on to the next generation, really important.
Yeah, and I think it says a lot about our union, how they've educated us, and we feel that love and that importance to give that back to them because we know how important it was.
You have a very important position, finally, is that you have respect from the union. You have a imprimatur, some credibility of the union, your management. There is labor. Rob Manfred and his guys, it's a $9 billion industry. You think people are getting along? You think labor peace will predominate over time?
Oh, I think it always works itself out. Sure. At the end of the day, everyone wants what's great, and that's to keep our game active, keep promoting our game, and it is about the players. The players make the game, and but also on the reverse end, the fans are probably the most important because without the fans, we wouldn't be where we're at, and I think that's as important as anything.
He was great on the field. My prediction, he's even better off the field. Jim Thome, thank you very much. Really
very much. Appreciate it.
Interesting perspective.